Hey tea drinkers, it's Nick at Loose Leaf Tea Market, and today I'm going to talk to you about a traditional black tea, and just to give you an idea of what that means if you don't already, just a real quick primer. Green, black, white tea, it all comes from the same plant called the Camellia sinensis plant. Okay, the Camellia sinensis plant can grow in a variety of locations, environments, altitudes, and it creates different varieties of that plant. So they have different properties. Then, depending on who is going to take that Camellia sinensis plant and process the leaves and turn it into a final product, or maybe the time of year they do it, or where they are, that's where the name of the tea would come from. So for example, there's an area in India called Darjeeling. And Darjeeling, in the early 1800s, the British had a military base there. So there was a lot of investment in tea fields, tea plantations. So they were growing a lot of this Camellia sinensis plant. And they were experimenting with different ways to process it, and they were creating like hybrids. And they were coming up with different new and innovative techniques for how to process tea. The result of that is what we know today as Darjeeling black tea. So this is just one ingredient. It's the Camellia sinensis plant only. And a lot of what we do is blends. So we might blend a Camellia sinensis tea with other teas. Or there might be a tea that has no Camellia sinensis in it at all. It's all completely unrelated plants, and those are technically called an herbal tisane. But Darjeeling is a traditional black tea. It's got an awesome flavor. I really like it. It's my go-to for traditional black teas. It's kind of nutty. It's a little bit sweet. It's really good. And as I was getting ready to do this video, I was doing some more reading on Darjeeling, and it just seems like a really cool, magical place. It's very temperate. The temperature seems to average between like around the 30s for a low in the winter up to the 60s or 70s for a high in the summer. It rains a lot. It's really lush and green. It's just gorgeous. And I'm actually, hopefully what you're seeing now is images as I'm talking, so you can see this. And it's one of the only places in the world where there's still steam locomotive trains running, which I just think is cool. It's like a throwback to the 20s. It just seems like I think it's a magical place, and I never really felt compelled to visit India, but I am now. Like, I think it would be really cool to go to Darjeeling. I think it'd be awesome. So we actually use traditional teas as an ingredient or as a base for a lot of what we do. For example, Lucky Morning Spice has Darjeeling as its base, and then there's actually another traditional tea in there called Russian Caravan, which is kind of a story for another day. And then there's turmeric and hand-crushed cardamom and calendula and cinnamon and all kinds of great stuff in Lucky Morning Spice. But the base is that Darjeeling. And we're extremely picky about the teas that we use. So for us, a traditional black tea, it's got to be top-notch because it's the base that the rest of the formula is going to sit on. So that's kind of how we view things. It's part of how we blend. It's part of why our quality is what it is. It's unmatched because of how we do things. So that's a little bit of education on Darjeeling, traditional black teas. We'll talk about more traditional teas in the future. And if you have any questions, you can always visit us at looseleafteamarket.com. You can call us, you can email us, nick@looseleafmarket.com, kita@looseleafmarket.com. And check out the rest of our videos, subscribe, join the rewards program, get points for free tea, and enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your tea.